Have you ever tried something new, stepped completely out of your comfort zone, and put yourself out there only to have it blow up in your face? I was this close to becoming a flight attendant, something I dreamed about for the past 3 years, and then...
COVID-19 is just beginning.
COVID! That was a little dramatic. If you want to hear the story about how I quit my job, packed up my entire life, headed up to the airport only to be sent home because of a global pandemic, keep on watching. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Rachel, and today I'm going to tell you the full story of how I almost became a flight attendant in 2020. Now, I do want to just preface the video by saying that I know during the COVID-19 pandemic, there are a lot of people struggling to make ends meet, struggling with their health. Many have lost their lives. So obviously this may come off a little bit first world problem, but this is really just a snapshot of my emotions in the moment when I found out that my dream career was being sidetracked by the pandemic. All right, so first things first, to catch you up just a tiny bit in the past 2.5 years.
My name is Rachel Meyer. I'm from Owatonna, Minnesota.
All right, so I just did my very first Delta video interview. Good morning, Minneapolis. Airport here in Houston. All right, I'm all done. That one went really well, so yay! All right, I just made it up to Sun Country, and here I go. It was a long day, and I got lots of compliments, but at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure I did get the job, So I just got done with my interview, and it was awesome. It's the best I've ever had, so I'm really excited. I'm just so pumped. I feel really good. I met a lot of cool people. Yeah, I could feel like my classmates. I could feel them. All right, so now that you're all caught up in the past 2.5 years of my flight attendant journey, I'm going to tell you about the day I was set to fly out to flight attendant training. Leading up to the day that I left for training, COVID-19 concerns had been growing in the United States. I was very aware of that. However, my company had continued to be in really good contact with us, was communicating weekly, sometimes daily, letting us know that things were still on track. So I was hopeful and I didn't think too much of it. Monday, March 16th, I woke up, had my time, said goodbye to my husband, spent some quality time with my cat, had my moment of nervousness, and headed up to the airport. When I got up to the airport, it took me like 5 minutes to get through security, which is crazy. Very mellow there, very weird just to see that few people at the airport. It was very strange. It's pretty mild here. Yeah, definitely not very busy, which is understandable. And then went and found my gate. We hadn't boarded yet, but we were about to board because it was about 30 minutes before we were supposed to be in the air. And I got a phone call from an unknown number, and I was like, I should probably answer that. Usually I do not answer unknown calls, but because I had a bad feeling in my stomach that it might be my company calling, so I picked up. And sure enough, it was a representative from my company who let me know that unfortunately, due to the growing concerns of the COVID-19 situation, that they were going to postpone my training class until further notice. At that point in time, they had just put out the executive order to limit groups to 10 or less. So I think that was like, it might have been the day before, but literally I got the call right before I was gonna board the airplane. Now, a lot of my classmates who I had connected with on Facebook got on their planes, didn't get the information or their calls until they got off the plane in Salt Lake City that we weren't going to have training. So I think I was one of the few, or maybe the only, I'm not sure, person who was able to be contacted before they got on the flight. So at that point, I just kind of sat there for a second. I was really bummed. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've been working, just kind of in the background to make this happen. It's not like a normal job that you apply for and get. It takes so much longer sometimes. And all of a sudden I remembered that, hey, I checked 2 bags that I was trying to bring to training. And they were still on the plane and I am not getting on the plane. So I went up to the front. I let the ladies know that I wasn't gonna be on the flight. And I was like, what do I do about my luggage? And she's like, well, you can go down to the baggage claim area and see if they can get your luggage off before we take off. So I was like, oh, run. I wasn't running, but I was shuffling pretty quickly. So I go down to the baggage claim area. They have like a baggage service desk down there. And I explained the situation. They're like, yeah, I don't know, but we'll try. And so I gave them the bag tag information. Always keep that information. Like, just keep it. Until you're back home, your trip is done, like, keep that. That's how they find your bags. So, I gave them the tag information and a brief description about the bags, and I just kind of took a seat, and they said that, I'd probably know either way within the next half hour, so I just kind of settled in. I definitely took that time to vlog some of my feelings. Well, here I am. It's about 2:20, and I got a call a few minutes ago that they are going to postpone our training and not take it on the flight. So yeah, I'm pretty bummed. I was so close to being there. It's crazy. So, not going to Salt Lake City. Just really bummed. Yeah, I was definitely feeling things in that moment. I took a little time for myself just because what else was I gonna do waiting there to see if my bags made it off the plane or if they were headed to Salt Lake City without me. Fast forward, waiting. And occasionally, like, some bags would come out, run over there and see. And for a good while, nothing was looking familiar. All of my, like, necessities, my favorite clothes, all my day-to-day stuff, all my makeup is all in these 2 bags. So I was starting to get a little nervous. I mean, I know that they were going to get back to me. I had full faith, but ideally I was hoping to get them sooner rather than later. Eventually, one of my bags did end up showing up. It was the larger of the 2 bags. All of my training stuff, like materials that I wanted to bring, all of our uniform stuff. So I am walking around, waiting for bag number 2. I got bag 1, but not 2. All of my personal stuff was in the small luggage, which did not make it off of the plane. So all of my good stuff went to Salt Lake City without me. So they verified that my second bag didn't make it off the plane. So they're gonna get it back here, and then I guess they're just gonna ship it to me. So thanks, Delta, for helping me out. So at that point, I was kind of left with figuring out how I was gonna get home, because that was not the plan. That was not the plan. Did not have a ride lined up. Luckily, one of my good friends from home were able to take time out of their day and come get me at the airport. So I was very, very thankful that I didn't have to spend too many hours up there. Thank you, Brandon. So I get back home. I don't know what to do. I quit my job. Now my opportunity is TBD. Like, I still to this day don't know what that looks like or when I'm gonna be able to pick back up and go to training. Like, there is no known date. So here's what I decided. I need to make the most of this time. I knew that I needed a break anyway. Life was hectic and crazy prior to leaving for training, and so I really decided to make the most of my time at home. I've been doing things for myself, just eating better, taking care of myself. I started working out again, just trying to create some normalcy and some consistency in my day. I've seen my stress levels drop so much. I'm just trying to focus on myself. I am taking this time off for now. We'll see. Right now in Minnesota, the stay-at-home order has been extended to May 4th. By the end of May, I'll probably have a decision as far as if I'm gonna go get a part-time or full-time job. I'm not really sure what comes next, but I'm taking this opportunity to really dig into things that I felt like I was too stressed out, tired, exhausted to do, or things that I like to do for myself that I've always wanted to do. I've started this channel, like I'm utilizing my time, folks. I don't know what April will bring. I don't know what May will bring. I'm trying to just take it one day at a time, 1 week at a time, really no more than that, because everything is changing. And we're just kind of hanging tight. As far as training goes, I still get communications daily from my company, which is amazing because I didn't even get to training, and yet they're treating me just like any other employee, which I love. It's really hard to read all the emails that come out every day about the constant changes, the policies and procedures that they're having to implement, people that are taking voluntary leaves just to try to hopefully not get furloughed or have a job to come back to in hopefully a few months, but nobody knows. Nobody knows. So I'm not alone in this boat. I just have to be patient. That is not my strong suit. And make the best of each day, honestly. So that's my story. For those of you that are watching that might know me personally, maybe you knew some of my backstory. Maybe you had no idea this was going on. So a little bit of a look into my life. For those of you that are new to my life, thank you so much for watching. If you want to learn more about my journeys as I continue to pursue this crazy life, I'll be sharing it all with you guys, so you can hit the like button below and hit the subscribe button to continue to journey with me every week. I'll be posting every Thursday on YouTube, and you can also go and check out my daily adventures on my Instagram at Rach Journeys. Thank you so much for watching my video. Have a great day and journey safe.